Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Find Out What's in Pelenta's Forrest. I'm Pelenta, this is my Forrest, so grab yourself a glass of water or a cup of tea and spend the next few minutes with me. And like I always tell you, don't believe everything you hear. Check your facts and do your own research. And as soon as the butterflies bring us on in, we will get started. Don't you want to know what my butterflies are saying? Don't you want to know what my butterflies are talking? Check this out. I have so much stuff to talk to you about this evening, but I want to get right into last night's episode of Jimmy Fallon. Oh my goodness. What do you think about our President Barack Obama being on the Jimmy Fallon show? Oh my goodness. I thought it was absolutely spectacular. I almost couldn't sleep. I was laying in bed looking at the ceiling. I had already taken off all of my everything, had my pajamas on, was curled up with my dog and my little stuffed purple lemur with the long tail. I wanted to get up so bad and do a quick 10-minute show about it, but I was so tired, I just couldn't. So I'm going to talk about it now. Oh my goodness. When Jimmy Fallon announced President Barack Obama, opened the curtain, and he came out, I thought it was another impersonator. Oh my goodness. When he came out with that slow jam news, I thought my heart was going to stop. It was so dang good. I thought I was going to go crazy. And it already has over 1 million views on YouTube. I'm surprised it didn't break YouTube. I'm surprised it didn't have like 10 billion views already. I'm not going to talk about it forever because you can already see I'm going crazy about it. But you know what? Only thing I'm going to say is 2 of my most favorite parts was when Jimmy Fallon said they're now calling him the Baraki with the good hair in reference to that whole Lemonade Beyonce drama. And my most favorite part, guess. Just take a wild guess and you know what I'm gonna say. Orange is not the new black. Okay, just a second. Orange is not the new black. It does not take a rocket scientist to figure out what that meant. Anyway, Mr. Fallon, I would just like to know, how did you manage to score that? What exactly did you have to do? Man, oh man. I hope that I have the opportunity to meet you one day. That would be fabulous. As a matter of fact, this is an invitation. I am extending an invitation for you to come here to my fabulous homemade studio and let me interview you, Mr. James Jimmy Fallon. Anyway, that was fabulous and I loved it. So, moving right along, I got lots of stuff to talk about this evening, and I'm going to be quick because I'm tired, and I'm not going to be long-winded, I promise. So, getting to some stuff. I got something really juicy to talk to you about, but I'm going to put it aside because I want to talk about something else first. So, you heard about the new smoking law is now raised to 21, and there's all kinds of static about it already. What do you think about the smoking law being raised from 18 to 21? A lot of people have a lot of opinions, and it's already been all over the news. So, most of the opinions that I've heard so far is, okay, you're an adult at 18. You're joining the military at 18. You can go over to Iraq and get your legs shot off and get blown up and come back in a box. But you have to be 21 now to smoke? It's just ridiculous. And I can go on and on about it, but I'm not. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And not to mention, you know the old saying, if these people that are 20 years old want to smoke, they're going to get the cigarettes. You don't have to have the undercovers standing outside the store saying, hey, mister, can you go in there and buy me cigarettes? We're wise to that now, okay? All you have to do is go in the store, buy the cigarettes, and bring them home to your full-grown 20-year-old kid. I tell you what, like I always say, we waste money on stupid stuff. We start a bunch of nonsense over stupid stuff. Anyway, moving right along. This is something that I found in the newspaper that I thought was really, really cool. Now, this just goes to show you how easy it is to entertain people that have nothing better to do. Listen at this. The headline reads, "Is it art? Eyeglasses on museum floor began as a teen prank." Two California teenagers who recently visited the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art were less impressed by some of the exhibits and wondered if they could do better. Well, you know what they did? They hatched this scheme and they placed a pair of sunglasses on the floor and they stood back and watched. Well, within minutes, visitors started checking out the sunglasses as it was a work of art. And some even photographed the fake installation. So there you go. Now you can just toss down your dentures, your glasses, your butterflies, and somebody is going to look at it and go, hey, look at that. I've never seen dentures on the ground like that before. Let's take a picture. Anyway, moving on. Oh, this is really funny. Okay, well, this is true. Snoop Dogg and friends use Rap for Peace Unity. If you go on YouTube and look up rappers in Pomona Unite, you'll see that it's had almost 1,300 views already. And it's called the Pomona City Movement, and it's where rappers, we're rapping for peace. It's like, stop the violence, stop stabbing and shooting and killing each other. We can be on opposite sides and still get along, okay? We don't have to agree about everything, but even though we disagree, we don't have to shoot and kill each other. You don't like ketchup, and I love ketchup, but we don't have to die over the fact that we disagree over it. We can still be friends and disagree. And I think that's the most important part of the message. So go and check that out. But what is so funny, did you see on the news where Snoop Dogg threw the first pitch? Oh my goodness. Snoop Dogg, I love you. I love all your music. I love your beats. I love your rap. I love your flair and your style. But honey, you cannot throw a baseball. I could throw a baseball better than that. But it was funny because that baseball, he threw it and it went this way, and it went that way. Everybody was cracking up laughing. At least everybody I was sitting with. So, and you know what? I got to get to this since we're talking about rapping. Listen to this. This is so cool. Let's see. Award-winning actress, singer, Rita Moreno delivered the commencement address at Boston's Berklee College of Music. And check this out. This is so cool. The 84-year-old broke into a rap mid-speech as the audience cheered. And listen, she told the graduates they must have the audacity, the pluck, the grit, the perspicacity. As the audience cheered, Moreno also added, "Yo, I'm saying, write your score. For more than popularity, live life with clarity." I mean, here she is, 84 years old, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this picture. I know I always do this, but look at this picture. Look at this picture of her. She's in her little cap and gown, and she's up there like this. Like, yo, and she's rapping. And she is one of 12 entertainers in history to win an Emmy Award, a Grammy Award, an Oscar Award, and a Tony Award. And if you want to flashback, check my girl out in West Side Story. And you know what? Age is nothing but a number, because as far as I'm concerned, she is as beautiful today at 84 as she was then. Moving right along, I found out something the other night that I thought was really, really interesting. So I went and looked it up, and listen at this. Aspartame breaks down, well, let me start over. You know, there's a lot of talk about aspartame, mostly in our sodas. And a lot of people that are health conscious drink lots of diet sodas. Well, most of our diet sodas, I'm not going to say any particular names because you already know who I'm talking about, but diet sodas have aspartame. Well, aspartame breaks down into methanol. Well, methanol breaks down into formaldehyde, in case you didn't know that. And over time, it gradually damages your nervous system and your immune system. And what's so awful about this is it is irreversible. Now, we've known this since 1995. Since 1995, there has been millions and millions of cases. So, I ask you, why is it still being used? 1995 until now? Are you kidding me? If it's that deadly, why is it being used in anything that goes into our bodies? Now, I'm going to tell you the other lovely, beautiful things it does to your system. It'll give you headaches, confusion, dizziness, chest pain, tremors, depression, skin disease, heart palpitations, excessive thirst, memory loss, fluid retention. It'll mess up your blood sugar. Need I say more? That's in the diet drinks that you're drinking, amongst other things. Come on. You got to start reading the ingredients of the things that you're putting in your body. It really makes a difference. You can't have that matrix attitude. I know that it's not steak, but it looks like steak and it tastes like steak. Ignorance is bliss. No, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance will take you out way before your time. Okay? This is very serious. And I'm not being funny about it now. It's very serious. Your health is important. And you have to take it seriously, people. You have to take it seriously. Because if you don't take it seriously, nobody is. Okay? You know, there was a friend of mine in high school, and this is back in, golly, like 1982. She was hospitalized because she was drinking too much Diet Coke. Hospitalized for drinking too much Diet Coke. She was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Okay? This is very serious. Moving right along. Now, this is a story that I want to share with you. Oh, no, wait a minute. I got one more thing to tell you. And then I'm going to get to this because you're going to love this story. It is so darn juicy. I'm surprised it hasn't been on the Wendy Williams show. So I got one on you, Wendy. But have you heard about the pig, the human embryos being implanted in pigs so it could, help us with certain body parts and things like that? Let me ask you, if you were in, let's say, some type of a medical emergency, would you take blood from a pig if it could save your life? Would you take an ear that was grown inside of a pig if it was going to help you hear better? Would you take an implanted nose or something grown inside of a pig if it was going to help you? Would you? This is serious business here, because we're doing all kinds of transhumanism, genetic implantation, and cloning, and all kinds of stuff. It sounds ridiculous, but it's true. We're doing things like that in science labs now. But I mean, just imagine if you're sitting having dinner with somebody and they start laughing. I mean, what? I don't know. Anyway, all right, let me get to this story because I can't wait to tell you about this. All right, now check this out. This is so crazy. I really want to hear what you think about this. Now, I came across this on my Instagram account, and I want to share this story with you. Now, you all have heard about when you go to work, you make your lunch, and you put it in the refrigerator. Or you're starving, and you're just waiting for that tuna sandwich and your cake, or your chicken sandwich, or your pizza, and you have a piece of cheesecake in there, or some brownies, or whatever, right? Well, listen to this story. An employee was upset over the fact that somebody kept stealing his lunch, his juice, his drink, and his dessert. Politely, he kept putting notes in there saying, look, whoever is stealing my lunch, stop taking my lunch, stop taking my food, whatever. Well, those notes weren't taken seriously. Whoever the culprit was, whoever the culprits were, continued to steal this person's lunch. So you know what they did to get even? And I really want to know what you think about this, because I have a lot of mixed emotions and I'm going to vent like crazy. Let me tell you what they did to get even. They started spiking the food with little bits of marijuana. Oh yeah, they started spiking the food with marijuana over several weeks. And then they sent an anonymous letter to the Human Resources Department venting about their concerns about employees using drugs in the workplace, and how it wasn't appropriate, and how it was dangerous and unprofessional, and the seriousness of it, and all this great big rigmarole and the whole 9 yards. So, you know where I'm going with this, right? Guess what happened next? One day, out of the blue, the bigwigs showed up and did a surprise on-the-spot drug screening. A random drug screening, which is well within your employer's right to do so. If you read the fine print of the contract that you signed when they hired you, they have every right to come in there and come up to your desk and say, oh, hi, Miss Forrest, how are you doing today? I'm doing fine, boss. Well, can you come with us for a second? Oh, yeah, sure. What's going on? Can you urinate in this cup, please? What? Don't what? Get your butt in that bathroom and pee in this cup right now, Miss Forrest. Yeah. That's what happened. So what do you think about that? You know what? Let me tell you something. Revenge is very, very dangerous. When you want to play pranks on people and when you want to get even and do things because you feel like somebody has wronged you, you better be very, very, very careful, okay? Because nowadays, people get angry over the least little tiny thing. You hear about all these shootings and people just going off the rails for all kinds of stupid reasons. Now, there's no telling who ate those brownies or ate that food. That person could be really hungry. They might be on their last leg. You don't know what that person is going through. And now that person may have lost their job or lost everything. And now they want revenge. Now they want to come back and blow up the whole damn building and burn the whole place down. So my point is, that's a real funny story. But if it is a really, really a true story, it's dangerous. You got to be careful when you start doing things like that. I mean, it's funny. If it's true, it's scary as well. And last but not least, I just want to say that we've lost another great, great person. Cassius Clay, we all know as Muhammad Ali. He changed his name, and we've said goodbye to him today. We laid him to rest, which is very, very sad. I watched it on the news this evening. Will Smith was there. Our former president, William Jefferson Clinton, I believe, was also one of the bearers that, you know, carried the coffin and everything. And it's just so very sad. We've lost so many great people already this year. And I remember when I was younger, people would always say things like, well, you know, as you get older, you know, you're getting older because everybody starts dying and all this kind of stuff. That's not true anymore. People are passing away because people are just passing away. And it's sad when you lose people that you love. So my condolences, and everybody, God bless Muhammad Ali and his family. Our prayers are with you. God bless you all. And it's just a horrible, horrible tragedy. So on that note, everybody, thank you so much for watching. As usual, I am so very grateful for everything. My book is available everywhere. Yahoo, Barnes & Noble, Amazon.com. You can go to my website, PelentaRForrest.com. Angels Passing Through. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we are going to get out of here this evening, as usual, with my favorite, One Love. Many more episodes to come. Thank you again for watching. Find out what's in Pelenta's Forrest. And God bless you all. Good night.